Same age 70, some still cycle every morning. Memory sharp as a youngster's. Some just 62, already need help walking. Why? Could it be genes? Or another reason? The truth is, there are seemingly harmless habits, like skipping breakfast or that afternoon sweet treat, that can silently make you age surprisingly fast. Silently, without warning, only when you realize it's too late. Did you know? After 60, your body isn't quite as spry. Every bite, every sip, isn't just fuel, it's a message, either helping you stay young longer or speeding up aging. And the scariest part, the most familiar things can sometimes be the silent culprits, shortening your health and lifespan daily. So, want to know, which eating habits are quietly weakening your body, wrinkling your skin, tiring your heart, and aging you faster without you even realizing? Don't worry. In this video, we'll explore the 6 riskiest habits to ditch right after 60 if you want to stay youthful, healthy, and independent for as long as you possibly can. You'll not only learn what to avoid, but also truly understand why it's crucial, based on straightforward yet compelling research from top health experts. And if you're looking for a reason to truly look after yourself again, to show your body more love daily, then this could be your very first step. If this sounds important, stick with me through this video. We'll uncover each of these silent saboteurs, one by one. Let's begin. First up, skipping breakfast. An older person doesn't skip breakfast from laziness, but because their body has silently muted some survival cues. And only when they collapse in the bathroom from low blood sugar do they realize those skipped breakfasts for 3 months were the final warning. After 60, many people start skipping breakfast, not hungry, tired, or simply feeling lazy. But few know this can be one of the riskiest habits that silently wears your body down daily. When you don't refuel in the morning, your body must fend for itself by drawing on reserves from your liver and muscles. This not only disrupts blood sugar, but also impacts memory, mood, and even balance. According to research from the University of Bath, UK, regularly skipping breakfast impairs insulin control, a key factor in type 2 diabetes and accelerated aging. Picture 2 men, both 68, William and Roy. William always starts his day with a light breakfast, eggs, a little butter, warm water. Roy often skips breakfast because nothing tastes good. 3 years later, William is still agile, drives to the market each morning, chats happily with friends. Roy, sadly, struggles to stand, often forgets his grandson's name, and has chronic hypoglycemia. The issue is, without morning nutrients, your brain isn't properly booted up. The body enters physiological stress, boosting cortisol, a hormone that can raise blood pressure, cause anxiety, and leave you tired all day. But good news, you don't need a huge meal, just enough to get you going. A slice of whole grain bread with peanut butter, a banana, or some cooked oatmeal is already a shield against fatigue and premature aging. So, tomorrow morning, instead of just coffee and rushing off to do errands, try pausing, eat something warm, be kind to yourself. You're not just fueling a new day, but also investing in your health and alertness for years to come. A small breakfast, but it makes a big difference, and you deserve that. Next up, habit number 2, eating too little protein. Did you know? After 60, if you don't get enough protein, your body starts eating its own muscles. Many older people believe eating less is good, a vegetarian diet for a light stomach, or that just some vegetables, a bit of thin porridge, is enough. But after 60, the body doesn't recover as quickly. And protein deficiency is the silent thief robbing you of vitality. Protein, yes, protein isn't just for gym rats, as younger folks think. It's the foundation for muscles, the immune system, memory, and also skin, hair, and nails. After 60, your body's ability to absorb and regenerate tissue wanes. Without enough protein, muscles weaken, bones grow brittle, reflexes slow, and your immune defenses weaken. A study from the U.S. National Institute of Nutrition shows older adults low on protein have a 30% higher risk of muscle loss, are twice as likely to fall, and their recovery from illness takes much longer. Imagine two women, Helen and Joan, both 72. Helen still has eggs each morning, fish or chicken for lunch, adding yogurt or tofu at night. Joan, however, only eats plain porridge, boiled vegetables, very little meat, citing indigestion and fearing cholesterol. 6 months on, Helen still cycles to market, walks unaided, while Joan has back pain, tired knees, must rest mid-stairs, and is always inexplicably tired. Your body doesn't lie. Without enough protein, it breaks down muscle for energy, and that's exactly when weakness sets in. But don't fret, getting enough protein doesn't mean just piling on meat. You can start with gentle, digestible sources like boiled eggs, tofu, unsweetened milk, salmon, or lean chicken. Spread it throughout the day, a little at each meal. Just be consistent and get enough. Muscle care after 60 isn't about a beach bod like when you're young. It's so you can stand easily, walk steadily, and hug your grandkids without trembling. Because every gram of protein today means another day of keeping your independence and joy in life. Moving on to habit 3, overusing low-fat foods. Did you know? Some people don't die from fat, but from falling for the low-fat label for too long. Since the 1980s in America, low-fat became almost a symbol of healthy eating. Thousands of products appeared with low-fat, fat-free labels, and many older adults believed cutting fat was the best way to live long, stay fit, and prevent heart disease. But the truth is, not all fat is bad, and cutting out all fat from your diet, especially after 60, can weaken your body daily. Healthy fats, like omega-3s from fish, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, or nuts, are the unsung heroes fighting inflammation, nourishing your brain, and protecting your heart. Research from Harvard Medical School reveals older adults regularly consuming healthy fats have a 30% lower risk of Alzheimer's and memory decline than those on extremely low-fat diets. Imagine two older gentlemen, David and Harold, both 75. David still uses a spoonful of olive oil at lunch, eats mackerel weekly, and doesn't mind a few slices of butter on his bread. Harold, however, only eats foods labeled low-fat, from milk to cookies, and completely shuns oils and fats. 3 years later, David is still sharp, shops independently, never forgets his way home. Harold sadly began to get confused, tired easily, and even got lost once while walking near home. Without healthy fats, cell membranes weaken, brain function declines, and your immune system can't function smoothly. Your body needs fat to absorb vitamins A, D, E, K, essential vitamins for strong bones, bright eyes, and preventing dry, cracked skin. You don't need to eat huge amounts or follow complex diets. Just swap old vegetable oil for extra virgin olive oil. Eat fatty fish like salmon or mackerel a few times a week, or add a handful of walnuts as a snack. Remember, cutting out all fat means cutting out a source of vitality, but choosing the right fats is investing in a healthier, sharper old age every day. So don't fear fat, fear depriving your body of what it truly needs. Here's another silent habit many older folks overlook, yet it directly affects memory, blood pressure, and even daily mood. That is, drinking too little water. After 60, if you only drink when thirsty, it's often too late. Dehydration can creep up without warning. It blurs memory, can make your heart beat erratically, and sometimes can even cause falls you can't explain. Many older people mistakenly think not thirsty means enough. But the truth is, by the time you feel thirsty, your body was already running low. Water isn't just for quenching thirst. It's the fluid that keeps blood flowing smoothly, kidneys working, the brain alert, and the heart beating steadily. A study by the U.S. National Institutes of Health shows older adults drinking less than 1 liter, about 4 cups, of water daily face a 40% higher risk of cognitive decline and stroke than those who drink enough. The story of Richard and Alan, two elderly friends in the same neighborhood, is a clear example. Both are 73. Richard sips water all day, always carrying a bottle. Alan says, "I'm not thirsty. Drinking a lot means too many bathroom trips." 6 months later, Richard still cheerfully plays golf every weekend. Alan was hospitalized for dizziness, confusion. Doctors found impaired kidney function from chronic dehydration. When dehydrated, your blood thickens, The heart works harder, pressure rises. A dehydrated brain means fuzzy memory and easy confusion. Kidneys lack water to filter toxins, so toxins can build up silently until it's too late. But don't worry, you don't need to force down 2 liters, about 8 cups, daily if that feels like too much. Start simply, keep a glass of water nearby, sip after waking, before meals, and before bed. You can also get water from broths, soups, juicy fruits like watermelon, oranges, or eat unsweetened yogurt. Your body will thank you with better sleep, softer skin, a sharper mind, and a healthier heart every day. Because sometimes what you need isn't a supplement, but a timely glass of water. Don't wait until you're parched to think about it. And for our 5th habit, eating alone too often. You might still eat regular meals, but if you often eat alone, your well-being might still be missing something vital. After 60, children are busy, friends fewer, and meals can slowly become silent affairs. Many think just being full is enough, but few realize the loneliness of mealtimes can silently take a toll on your health, both physically and mentally. Meals aren't just for refueling, they're also for connection, a time when your body releases digestive hormones, a time to stimulate taste and enhance nutrient absorption. When eating alone, older adults tend to eat less, choose monotonous food, even skip meals because there's no one to enjoy it with. Oxford University research shows older adults frequently eating alone have a 60% higher malnutrition risk and are more prone to depression and memory decline than those who maintain social connections during meals. Think of Linda and Mary, both over 70. Linda lives alone, but FaceTimes her sister in another state for breakfast. At noon, she joins a neighbor for a simple shared lunch. Mary, since her husband passed, usually eats alone, silently, a quick, simple bite, sometimes just bread and milk. A year later, Linda is still spry, shops, cooks for herself, while Mary inexplicably lost weight, struggles with insomnia, and was diagnosed with nutritional deficiencies and mild signs of depression. When eating in isolation, your body doesn't respond the same as with enjoyable company. Levels of happiness hormones like serotonin and dopamine can drop, the immune system can weaken, and your appetite can gradually fade. But you don't need parties or restaurants daily. Try video calling an old friend for a meal, invite grandkids for dinner weekends, or simply play soft music while eating, so the space doesn't feel so empty. Sometimes just a small connection, real or virtual, can make a meal feel more nourishing. Because eating sustains the body, but sharing meals nourishes the soul and helps us truly live. So don't just eat to be full, eat to feel connected to others and to life itself. And finally, our last habit, consuming too much hidden sugar. You might not eat candy or drink soda, but still be silently damaging your memory and organs from just a few spoonfuls of that seemingly healthy tomato sauce. After 60, your body doesn't process sugar as well. But ironically, sugar lurks in many foods that seem healthy. Tomato sauce, low-fat yogurt, breakfast cereals, sandwich bread, even sugar-free BBQ sauce. These are hidden sugars because you don't see them coming. And when they accumulate, they can fuel chronic inflammation, break down collagen, cause insulin resistance, and silently shorten your lifespan. Research from Harvard Medical School shows older adults consuming over 50 grams, about 12 teaspoons, of sugar daily, even from non-sweet foods, face higher risks for type 2 diabetes, memory decline, and premature skin aging. Refined sugar doesn't just expand waistlines, it also disrupts gut bacteria, affecting immunity and mood. Take Paul and George, 2 gentlemen of the same age. Paul always reads food labels, avoids processed sauces, swaps white bread for oatmeal, and chooses fresh fruit over bottled juice. George believes he isn't a sweet tooth because he avoids candy, but daily uses flavored milk, packaged cereals, and store-bought sauces. The result: a year later, Paul is still healthy, hasn't gained weight, and has good blood sugar control. George, started diabetes medication, often feels dizzy and complains about a failing memory. It's scary how sugar can age your cells without you even noticing. From earlier wrinkles and brain fog to unexplained fatigue, all can stem from those unseen spoonfuls of sugar. But don't fret. You don't need to cut out all sugar overnight. Start with small changes. Read food ingredients. Choose items with no added sugar. Prioritize whole foods. Make your own sauce from fresh tomatoes. And eat fresh fruit instead of dried fruit or carton-bus juices. Because every gram of sugar you avoid today is one less wrinkle, a deeper sleep, a fuller day with a clear mind and a lighter body. And if you want to show yourself some love after 60, start by taking a closer look at the foods you choose. So there you have it. Now that you know about these 6 seemingly small eating habits that can accelerate aging, perhaps you're asking, am I falling into one of these traps? That breakfast I skipped, was that my body sending a signal? The truth is, none of us is perfect. We all get tired, busy, or have simply been doing things a certain way for years. But getting older doesn't mean throwing in the towel. It can be a wonderful stage, a time to tune back into our bodies, look after ourselves, starting with simple things: a glass of water in the morning, a warm, lovingly prepared meal, calling an old friend to share a meal, or simply pausing to ask, am I eating for health today or just out of habit? You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with one thing. Just one small change is enough to make your body feel cared for again. If this video made you stop and think, even for a moment, that truly makes my day. Why not share this video with a loved one or a friend, anyone you'd like to see stay healthy and vibrant, right alongside you? And if you're inspired to make a small change or already have, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Your story could be just the inspiration someone else needs. Thanks for watching all the way through. Here's to eating well, living peacefully, and keeping that youthful spirit alive.